Ben Simmons has had a pretty rough month, that's for sure. He's been playing pretty bad in the bubble, and now he's missing time with an injury. The Sixers just lost game 1 of the playoffs to the Celtics, and their chances of getting out of the first round, they don't look too promising. And to be honest, there's a chance that Ben Simmons already hit his peak. I mean, he hasn't improved at all in the past 3 years. And he doesn't seem to be making any improvements shooting-wise. And I know there's still time to change that, but he's been the same player all 3 years in his career, and actually this year, he had a down year. He had a worse year than last year. He's also been proven to be injury prone, and the Sixers just gave him a 5-year max contract. He still has that God-given talent that a lot of teams value, but for the Sixers, it might be time to move on. With that being said, we are going to be looking at 3 possible trade ideas that I constructed in the NBA trade machine. But before that, I highly recommend you to go check out my other videos because I post some pretty lit content that I know you will enjoy. So, let's get into this video. The first Ben Simmons trade idea I came up with is to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now I know you guys are probably like, huh? The Cavs? How is that gonna happen? But let me explain right quick. The Cavs have been in rumors recently for proposing a deal for Ben Simmons this offseason, and I think they do have the assets to make it happen. So the trade I constructed is Kevin Love, Darius Garland, Cedi Osman, Dylan Windler, and first round picks in 2022, 2024, and 2027. And maybe a few seconds in there. But look, if the Sixers do end up trading Ben Simmons, it will most likely be for future assets. Unless they're getting a Kawhi or someone, which is not happening. I could be the first one to tell you that. So what they do here in this trade is build for the future. They get a young point guard in Darius Garland, and the Cavs would be giving up on their backcourt dreams. But that doesn't matter, they're getting Ben Simmons. But the Sixers are also getting young assets in Osman and Windler, while getting a boatload of picks from this Cavs team that isn't expected to be good for a while. So those picks will most likely all be lottery picks. Unfortunately, the Sixers do have to take on Kevin Love's contract to make the trade work, but Kevin Love still has some gas left in the tank. But the point of this trade is for the future, and that's what they do. And Kevin Love's contract won't hurt that bad, knowing that the Sixers aren't really going to be able to sign anybody anyways. So having to take on Kevin Love's contract for a couple years won't be that detrimental to the team, because they're still getting so many picks that they should be happy. But tell me what you think of this trade in the comments down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. So the next idea I came up with is a deal that would send Ben Simmons to the Toronto Raptors. Now, I don't have a good relationship with Raptors fans, and I do not think this trade will help that relationship. But the trade I came up with is Kyle Lowry, Terrance Davis, and their first round pick this year for Ben Simmons in a second. Okay, look, let's be honest. Kyle Lowry only has about 2 good years left in the NBA. I mean, he is 34. Now, I know he is very loved in Toronto, but it would be better to move on from him now while he's still an all-star caliber player than later. I mean, for the Sixers, they get an expiring contract in Kyle Lowry. That means they will literally get off $34 million and open some breathing room finally, while also getting great young guard in Terrance Davis, who would be a huge piece for the future. Terrance Davis is very underrated, and I know Raptors fans can back me up on that. So the Sixers would be getting rid of that huge contract while getting other young assets and picks. And they could re-sign Lowry for a cool 15 to 20 million when free agency hits. But they're completely moving on from Ben Simmons here, and I like it. The Sixers don't have any breathing room, and they don't have a championship caliber team, so this would make a lot of sense. Now the final trade idea I have is Ben Simmons to the New Orleans Pelicans. This would be an amazing fit for Ben Simmons, and I kind of realized that this trade would put the number 1 and number 2 picks in the same draft on the same team. Anyway, so the idea I came up with is pretty straightforward. Ben Simmons and a second round pick this year for Jrue Holiday, Lonzo Ball, and Nicolo Melli. Now, it's a pretty straightforward trade, like I said. Lonzo has a lot of talent, and he's someone people once called the second coming of Ben Simmons. But the Sixers get good veteran leadership in Jrue Holiday, who would be a great fit for the Sixers team and would make a great return. I know people always forget about how Jrue Holiday once played on the 76ers. He was cold in Philadelphia, trust me. But they also received good young assets in Melli and a second round pick. I mean, Melli is very old for a rookie, but he is still a rookie. And the Pelicans get a lot better with this trade. And just imagine Ben Simmons, Zion, and B.I. That would be scary. So this is a pretty fair trade in my opinion. Not that many picks involved, but the Sixers are getting 2 very valuable pieces for Ben Simmons. And I think that trade is fair on its own. So that'll do it for the trade offers in the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you enjoyed, because YouTube likes that. And make sure to comment what you guys have to say, because I know this is a controversial video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Anyways, guys, I'm out.